In standard YouTuber cliche fashion, this isn't a video I wanted to make, and I actually don't even know how to really begin it. I just have this whirlwind of emotions stirring inside of me like a tornado of pain and agony. 2 days ago, the new Hunger Games trailer dropped, and disappointed fans across the world all noticed something and cried out in unison. Where is the most important character in the Hunger Games franchise, District 8 hospital helper, as portrayed by Charles in Mockingjay Part 1? I saw a lot of people huffing copium, thinking like maybe they were trying to save this for, trailer number 2 as a grand reveal that District 8 hospital helper is back, because he needs to be. Without District 8 hospital helper, the story just doesn't really work. My character was the glue that held the entire narrative together, so how the fuck could this franchise even continue if I'm absent from it? But I'm just going to rip the band-aid off and give you the hard-to-swallow pill, a little suppository, but for your brain. I am not in this new Hunger Games movie. I never got contacted to reprise my iconic role. Most of you found me because of my acting expertise. My breakout role as District 8 hospital helper in Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. It's a performance that is truly timeless and still extensively studied at colleges across the country. I did something that's never been done before. I fully assimilated into this role. I became that character. For a brief magical moment on screen, Charles White ceased to exist, and all that was left was District 8 hospital helper. There's a fine line between reality and madness, and I fucking tap danced on it. I went where no mortal had gone before. I acted like no one had ever acted prior. Of course, I was snubbed at the Oscars. The bulk of my work was cut from the final product due to Hollywood corruption, and trust me, when it comes to corruption in Hollywood, the cup truly runneth over. There is no end to the disgusting filth and foul play behind the scenes of that industry. But I bore it. I was able to grit my teeth and accept, you know what? Maybe I did too well. And this was my divine punishment for that. My only sin was being too good at acting. So I let sleeping dogs lie. And as most of you know, 7 months ago, it turns out I was also not cast as Percy Jackson in the Disney Percy Jackson series, a role for which I also auditioned for and I thought I crushed. The only problem was the casting call was for a 12-year-old boy and I'm a 28-year-old man, so I think what must have happened is they decided to play it a little safer and choose a legitimate child to play the role. I can't hold any hard feelings against them for that, though I do think I would have made a better Percy Jackson, even though I'm sure the actor currently playing him is going to do fine. It's just hard to overlook the possibility of how great this show could have been with me spearheading all of it. It's called acting for a reason. I don't have to actually be 12 to play a 12-year-old, right? And in fact, 16 years ago, I was 12. Like, legitimately 12. So you can't even get better method acting than that. I was that age. So it's just, I feel like it was a bit of a missed opportunity. I'm sure the show will still be fine. But I mean, come on. I could have been an incredible Percy Jackson. I shave, I cut my hair, and we use some fucking Robert De Niro de-aging technology, and bang, a little magic here, a little hocus pocus there, and you now have the best goddamn actor the world's ever seen in a leading role once again, the way it should be. But I'm getting sidetracked. Let's stay on the path. Hunger Games is coming out, and I'm not in it. Now, there's a lot of people that are trying hard to try and come up with film theories as to how this would even make sense without District 8 hospital helper. If you watch the films, you'll know that, unfortunately, I died in those movies. District 8 hospital that I was helping at was blown to pieces. But I always thought that led to greater opportunity. They could have brought me back in Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 like Darth Vader. Could have fucking strung me up and like had all kinds of technology going and some kind of, mask that's allowing me to survive. Maybe they put in my brain in a tube, some kind of like Zordon shit perhaps out of Power Rangers. There were plenty of narrative ways of playing with that and continuing the story in a good direction instead of the fucking flat wet fart they finished it with that awful finale and conclusion. It could have been stronger if they had just brought my character back, but they decided not to. Missed opportunity. But this movie is a prequel. This movie is set a long time before the events of Hunger Games, Mockingjay, and all of those. So this could have been another opportunity where perhaps District 8 Hospital Helper is an immortal vampire. So I could still be alive during this film's setting. I could still be a District 8 Hospital Helper, and maybe in an even bigger capacity. Perhaps I was instrumental in the games. Like, there were so many ways of playing with this that could have made sense from a story perspective, but they decided to just play a very formulaic, boring fucking approach to this film instead of taking a chance on what made them special in the first place, which was me. I carried this franchise like Atlas carried the world on his back. I did so much fucking heavy lifting for Hunger Games only to get nothing in return. The disrespect to not even contact me about coming back, and without even having a nod to my character in the trailer, like, at least have like a fucking tombstone, like, here lies District 8 Hospital, well, I wouldn't be dead at this time. At least have like a fucking statue made of me. Here is District 8 Hospital Helper, the glue of Panem. Like, there's so many ways of at least appreciating the work that I put into this franchise. The blood, sweat, tears, elbow grease, like, the countless nights, sleepless nights, studying the script in order to deliver a performance that would stand the test of time, and I get nothing. I get nothing in this trailer. It makes me sick. I spit on that. And don't even give me this mumbo jumbo about them not being able to afford me. For the Hunger Games, I would have fucking moved mountains. When people think of music, they think of Mozart. When people think of basketball, they think of Michael Jordan. And when people think of Hunger Games, they think of Charles White, District 8 Hospital Helper. I don't want to get too hung up on this. I'm getting very passionate. So for one last time, I will bless you all with my iconic moment from the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. The only trace of my character left in the final cut of that film. So I hope you're ready to cry. That was the arm that changed cinema forever. Now, I do want to move on to another quick topic, and it's all falling in line with the general subject here. It was recently announced that there's going to be a Twilight television series. The timing couldn't be better, honestly. I just finished watching all of the Twilight movies for the first time ever, and then literally days later they announced a TV series. It's almost like they've been tuning into my Twitch streams or like watching the videos I've made about Twilight, and they're like, maybe we should dust off this property for one last rodeo. Like, the timing is just amazing. And I swear to God, if I don't get a role in that series, then there is no saving this fucking industry. I was born to play an important role in that television series. I could even play the main role, honestly. Like, you know, Edward, I think Robert Pattinson is a great actor, but he didn't do anything that special in this series. I could do what he did and do it better. Like, for example, when he first meets Bella in the biology classroom, he gets like very uncomfortable, like very irpy, about to puke and everything because she's stinky. I could easily do that. Oh, Bella, you're so stinky. You see, it's easy. It's easy. That's light work for me. After what I've done for the Hunger Games, as well as my audition for Percy Jackson, this is a role that's a walk in the park. But I would still give it 110% like I'm known for in acting. So I'm more than willing to negotiate contract terms or whatever for you know, having a meaningful part in this series. I really think I could breathe new life into it. You know, Twilight got a bad rep for how awful the acting was. Let's change that. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to update you all on yet another role that I didn't get, which was the new Hunger Games movie. But, you know, maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel here, and it leads to a bigger role in the Twilight series. You know, there's really no telling, so we'll keep our fingers crossed there. That's about it. So yeah.